On the news tonight, Mrs. Soludo gives succor to children of late Mrs. Waka. Anambra government begins clamp down on hotels involved in illegal dealings. NCDC records 22 deaths of Lassa fever. Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso withdraw from ECOWAS. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember, the emergency numbers 5111 and 0800-220-0008. Good evening and welcome to the evening news. My name is Uchechukwu Ebonam. Now the news in detail. Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has delivered food supply to children of the middle-aged woman, Mrs. Blessing Chioma, whose husband recently set ablaze in Abagana, Njikoka local government area, over a family quarrel. The food supply, which was delivered to the children's grandparents' home today in Irefis village or Rifiti, Ekusigo local government area, where they are currently staying, is part of Mrs. Soludo's efforts to ensure that they do not lack basic needs, pending a conclusive arrangements for their long-term upkeeps. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afamo Binike, who delivered the supply and cash on behalf of the governor's wife, explained that she was most concerned about the welfare of the kids and has placed priority on their education. Dr. Binike also urged the family to ensure that the items are substantially used for the care of the children, pointing out that the government is committed to their overall welfare with special attention to their health, education, and their primary needs. The brother to Mrs. Waka, Mr. Nnamdi Aneche, thanked the governor's wife for constantly checking up on the children of his late sister since the incident that happened late last week, and assured that the family would do its best to support every government efforts to help the children. Anambra state government has started shutting down hotels operating illegally in the state to rid Anambra of any form of criminality. Correspondent Chukwemeka Modeling reports that the Commissioner for Culture, Entertainment and Tourism, Comrade Dono Nyenji, disclosed this after inspecting Golden Point Hotel at Ogugu Umwezoba in Idemili South local government area demolished by the state government being used for criminal activities. His report.
Commissioner said that the facility operated illegally as it was not registered with the state government and called on all hotel owners that have not registered their facilities with government to do so, as any hospitality industry seen operating illegally will be shut down.
This place is under government now, so no individual is qualified or approved to touch anything here because this place is still under investigation. So we need to take inventory of what's here and then further the investigations before government takes final decision on this. So anybody who visits with intent or caught carrying any property from any facility impounded by government, especially these hotels and some other places that are falling under the law, definitely will be tried and taken care of by the law.
Earlier on arrival, the commissioner and his team caught some carrying properties from the facility that has been impounded by government and stopped them and warned people to desist from taking properties from any facility impounded by the government, as anybody caught in the act will be punished in accordance with the law.
Our fall in Igbo culture is a symbol of authority, fairness, equity, and justice. Ofo in Igbo land over the years is believed to be a defender of the innocent and powerless, as well as a mystical symbol of truth, purity, justice, and authority with a spiritual dimension attached to it for ritual purposes to activate spoken intentions. The Ofo is a staff carried by selected Igbo leaders, notably priests, kings, and heads of families, and it is typically 6 to 7 inches long and made of bronze, brass, or wood. Every bearer of offer is expected to be a person of integrity, truthfulness, fairness, and justice. Unfortunately, these days, many people who claim to be carriers of offer are found to be neck deep in wickedness and injustice, and one begins to wonder whether the offer is still potent. Speaking to the ABS, the head of the society in Oga community, Chief Ozemenanwoke, said that the offer is a symbol of truth, and anyone carrying it is expected to be truthful in his doings. But if a carrier of offer is not standing on the truth, even if his offer is made of gold, it is a fake one and has no potency. Contributing the OB of Awarasi village, Oga Chief Solomon Nzediegu, explained that offer represents transparency and truth, but anyone who says he holds an offer but is involved in wickedness is not helping the society and will definitely face the consequences of his action on the day of reckoning. Members of the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, JUNIPERD, Anambra State Chapter, has expressed profound gratitude to Governor Chukwuma Soludo for what they described as his bold efforts in addressing security challenges facing the state. In an open letter to the governor signed by the state chairman of the group, Comrade Ugochukwu Okeke, members of the association said that in these trying times when insecurity threatens the peace and stability of the country at large, Governor Soludo has demonstrated courage and resolve to tackle insecurity. This is said the governor did by enhancing the capacity of security personnel, deploying innovative solutions and fostering collaboration with stakeholders. They added that the recent initiatives such as Operation Odogachi, signing of Homeland Security Law, provision of well-equipped security vehicles and other equipment have shown that with visionary leadership, progress is attainable. Moving on, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention has recorded 143 confirmed cases of Lassa fever out of 484 suspected cases from December 30th, 2024 to January 12th, 2025 across 7 states and 32 local government areas. The center also reported 22 deaths, resulting in a case fatality rate, CFR, of 15.4%. This information was contained in a Lassa fever situation report obtained from the NCDC on Wednesday. The World Health Organization describes Lassa fever as an acute viral hemorrhagic illness caused by the Lassa virus, a member of the arenavirus family. Humans usually contract the virus through exposure to food or household items contaminated by the urine or feces of infected mustomized rats. The disease is endemic to the rodent population in parts of West Africa and is prevalent in countries such as Benin, Ghana, Guinea, Liberia, Mali, Sierra Leone, Togo, and Nigeria. It is also likely present in other West African countries. Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have exited from the Economic Community of West African States today. This is as the ECOWAS Commissioner President Omar Toure bribed the media on the exit of the 3 Sahel states. These 3 countries were suspended by ECOWAS in January 2024 following military coups that ousted their elected governments. The head of communications at the ECOWAS Commission, Joel Ahofoje, had confirmed that letters had been sent requesting meetings with the junta-led governments of the 3 countries. This diplomatic effort comes as ECOWAS approved the withdrawal of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso following the expiration of the 1-year notice period required by Article 91 of the revised ECOWAS Treaty. And from the world of sports, report says Martin Bakoli is ahead of Anthony Joshua at the front of the queue for a shot at Daniel Dubois IBF Heavyweight World Championship. Dubois scored a stunning victory when he knocked out Joshua, a former unified titleist, at Wembley Stadium last year. Next, Dubois will be making a voluntary defense of the IBF belt against New Zealand's informed Joseph Parker on Saturday, February 22nd, live on Sky Sports box office. After that, Dubois will have to either contest the World Championship unification or make a mandatory defense of the belt. Before we go tonight, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS TV from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka. On X, formerly Twitter, we are ABS Radio TV. On Instagram, we are ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points that made the news again tonight. Mrs. Soludo has given succor to children of late Mrs. Nwaka. Anambra government has begun clampdown on hotels involved in illegal dealings. NCDC has recorded 22 deaths from Lassa fever. Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso have withdrawn from ECOWAS. Security is here to stay in Anambra State. In the Anambra, remember, security is everyone's business, and for us to have a more secure and livable Anambra State, let us join forces with the government in securing our state. If you see something, say something. Report unscrupulous elements to the security operatives for better security of lives and property. Remember the emergency numbers 5111 and 0800-2200-008. And that's all on the news tonight. My name is Uchechukwu Ibonam. Good night.